Thank you.
Jami-Lee Ross.
Mr Speaker, thank you very much. I wasn't going to take a call in this debate, but I saw the Labour whips flurrying and Mr Farfoy was looking like he's preparing to get up and speak, and I wanted to save him the hassle of doing so. But Mr Speaker, this is a National Party bill that was put together and we are going to be supporting it. I have to say, though, in this brief contribution that I'll make, that we are disappointed that the important drug and alcohol management provisions that were in the bill have been gutted from it. And I want to say, when members like Jamie Strange stand up and say it's his great honour to speak on this bill, I want to ask, is it their great honour to strip from this bill important safety measures that will assist in ensuring that there's greater maritime safety in that transport sector? Because that's effectively what they're doing. It was a National Party bill put together. It's fairly perfunctory and it puts through a range of measures which will be important for the industry. But the key change that they've made, in fact, the first maritime transport change that this new government is putting in place, has been an SOP which has gone through the committee stage, which will gut from the bill the important safety measures around drug and alcohol management. And so I asked them, if they really do care about safety in the maritime transport industry, why are they doing that? Why did they do it? Why has the Committee of the Whole, based on their SOP, delivered back to the House, which we're now debating in a third reading, a bill which previously had important safety measures around drug and alcohol management, have now been gutted from the bill? Don't they care about that? Do they not care about the people out there whose lives are involved in the shipping industry? Do they not care about those operators who, under the previous bill as it came from Select Committee, would have had the ability to have the people involved in operating those vessels, the ability for them to have random drug and alcohol testing? That no longer will be the case. Safety provisions have been ripped from it. I hear...
Point of order, the Honourable Shane.
So I don't want to test your forbearance, but can I invite you yet again to look at Speaker's ruling 121456. Now, that's not a junior member of the House. He knows as well as I do those denunciatory remarks, ad hominem attacks on this side of the House do not fall within the parameters, sir, of what you should expect from a senior member on the other side of the House in relation to the third reading. You are allowed to talk about principles, you're allowed to sum up, but I think it's a rather dim part in the day's proceedings, and so I invite you to counsel the man.
I thank the honourable member for his intervention. I just want to say to both sides of the House, this has been a good debate, and whilst there has been a little bit of straying outside of the parameters of the bill, both sides have been guilty of that. I call Jami-Lee Ross and come back to the bill.
Mr Speaker, I didn't realise Shane Jones was such a delicate petal. We've learnt something new today. He's not talking about 1 billion trees anymore. He's only 500 million trees, and they won't be transported on safe maritime vessels because there will be no drug and alcohol management plan through this bill. Mr Speaker, I was talking about the bill that's been delivered back from the Committee of the Whole, which is perfectly relevant to discuss. And under that bill, those members over there have delivered and ripped out of that bill important safety measures. And I think this House needs to know that this bill is no longer delivering the safety that the bill otherwise would have as it previously was written. I know that they've made some changes which their union friends wanted and demanded, but I have to say they have dampened the safety mechanisms, and that's appalling.
The question is that the motion be agreed to. Those of that opinion will say aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it.
Maritime Transport Amendment Bill, third reading.
Call on Government Order of the Day number 3.
Maritime Crimes Amendment Bill.